Today's new normal education: fear no hardship, no learner left behind. This is the Olongo Community School Radio for grade 11 in oral communication. Your learning, our concern. Broadcasting live from Newsroom Olongo. Good morning, Philippines. Good morning, Olongo. This is Ma'am Analu, delivering the most relevant and high-quality education for all. We are happy and excited to be with you on air. But before we will start, let us have our prayer. Loving Lord, we praise and glorify your name. We are humbly asking for your guidance throughout the day. May we have the wisdom to understand today's lesson. We are thankful that today we are alive and well, that we are given another chance to partake with the fullness of life, and most especially to have the opportunity to do good and be of service to others. Amen. As we begin, grade 11 students in oral communication, please ensure to find the most comfortable place at home for you to listen well in our broadcast. Let me ask you, have you eaten your breakfast? That's great! In that way, you will be able to understand our lesson for today. And now, get your module in oral communication. Today's lesson is all about the functions of communication. I will repeat, our lesson for today is all about the functions of communication. Come on guys, get your module. Before we start today's lesson, let us have a review first of our previous lesson. We discussed the elements of communication. These are the following: speaker, to message, encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback, context, and barrier. Those are the elements of communication. I hope that you still remember it. And now, let us know the answers of our quiz number 2. Do you still remember your answers? If you have a copy of your answers, get it now. And let us see your score. Okay? Stand up and get the copy. Go, go, go! For question number 1, letter A. Number 2, letter B. Number 3, letter C. Number 4, letter P. And number 5, letter T. Number 6, barrier. Number 7, speaker. Number 8, feedback. Number 9, encoding. And the last number, number 10, decoding. What is your score? We hope that you answered the quiz well. Later on, we will be having another quiz. But don't worry, we are sure that you will get the correct answers if you will listen to our lesson. Remember, listening is the beginning of understanding, right? Okay, let us now know who are those students who got the highest scores. Are you excited? We have checked your submitted quiz form, and our top notchers for quiz number 2 are five, Joanna Soon. 4, Januel Bensi. 3, Floreto Botaled. Top notcher number 2 is Nashadil Sayo. And top notcher number 1, Eduardo Arsal. Congratulations! For those who are not included in the list, you still have a chance. Kapit lang mga besh. Go, fight, fight, fight! And now, get ready for the new lesson. Are you ready? If you need to go to the comfort room, do it right now, because in just a few seconds, we will turn you over to our teacher of the new lesson. What I have mentioned a while ago, our lesson for today is about the functions of communication. Get your module now and go to page 4 so you can follow our radio teacher, who is... Are you ready? Are you really ready? Let us welcome Ma'am Janeline Mingito Inok from Santa Rosa National High School, Senior High School. To all grade 11 students in oral communication, here is our lesson number 3.
Thank you, Ma'am Analu, and good morning to all grade 11 senior high school students. I am Ma'am Jan Inok, your teacher in oral communication. In our previous lesson, we discussed about the process of communication. At this point, we will talk about the functions of communication. We expect that at the end of this episode, you can discuss the functions of communication. Are you ready, my dear students? Get your module, your notebook, and your ballpen. Let us start. We will discuss the functions of communication. You know, when messages or information are shared or conveyed, it is always have a purpose why it is communicated. It is a function, of course. Basically, there are 5 functions of communication. These are: number 1, control; number 2, social interaction; number 3, motivation; number 4, emotional expression; and number 5, information dissemination. You can find the 5 functions of communication on page 4 of your module. Did you see it, my dear students? Can you read the 5 functions of communication, please? Excellent! Later on, I will explain thoroughly each function of communication. The first function of communication is control. This means that communication functions to control behavior. For example, in this time of pandemic, due to COVID-19, you wanted to go out from home, but your parents would say, "No, you better stay at home." What is then the purpose of your parents for saying stay at home? Yes, that's right, my dear students. Their purpose is to control you for wanting to go out because they don't want you to get infected with the virus. Again, what is that? Yes, control. Can we say it together? So, I hope you are staying home right now since it is still very dangerous to go out. Staying home and listening to this broadcast will make everything right. Okay, stay at home and listen. Let's continue. As human beings, we are social beings. We love to interact with others. We love to share to our friends our experiences. We share to our parents our plans. These are the examples which show that communication allows individual for social interaction. Yes, you hear it right. Social interaction. That is the second function of communication. Can you give a situation wherein communication functions as social interaction? Example, discussing with your brother about your Mobile Legend game experience. Yes, that's great. There is social interaction with your brother. But since COVID 19 is still around the corner, we have to distance ourselves from interacting with others. Socializing is limited in the corners of our home. Yes, you can socialize with your parents and your siblings. As you do that, you are doing the second function of communication. What is it again? Yes, that's it. Social interaction. Did you get it, guys? Do you agree with me that in this time of pandemic, there are many families who are affected? There are many hungry mouths, not just of children, but also of adults. There are even students who lose their desire to continue schooling. There are many discouraging situations. There were many who lost the motivation to fight because it seems hopeless. What then can we do in this time of trials? Can communication play its function? In what way? Yes, by encouraging the people that hope awaits for all of us, by motivating them that there is an end of this pandemic. In doing that, the third function of communication, which is motivation, plays its function. What is that function again? Yes, exactly. It is motivation. Communication motivates or encourages people to surpass the challenges in life. Are you still there, my dear students? I hope you will stay until this episode ends. We already discussed three functions of communication. First is control. Second, social interaction. Third is motivation. We still have two more functions to go. Fourth one is emotional expression. Communication facilitates people's expression of their feelings and emotions. For example, when we share our frustrations and anxieties of the issues affecting us, like this pandemic, a recent breakup with your boyfriend or girlfriend, a debate with your parents, a failed grade, a basketball championship game that your team wins, and the list goes on. It is not that great that we are able to share our feelings. Of course, that is really great. That is emotional expression. Wow, we have come up to the last function of communication, and that is information dissemination. What is it again? Information dissemination. Very good. These COVID 19 days bring a lot of information for all of us. From number of positive cases, deaths and recoveries, the quality of personal protective equipment or PPEs, prices of face masks and face shields, shortages of alcohol, guidelines of the Enhanced Community Quarantine or ECQ, and so on, plus the Congress denial of ABS-CBN franchise renewal. All these bring an explosion in our inboxes and minds, right? It is not only the pandemic but also infodemic that we are experiencing right now. Infodemic, which means a flood of fake news. That is why, in this new normal, we have to be informed. That's why information dissemination as function of communication is very important in this time, at any time, all the time. It must function for good and for evil. That's it, my dear students. We have completed the 5 functions of communication. Again, the 5 functions of communication are: please follow with me. First, control. Second, social interaction. Third, motivation. Fourth, emotional expression. And fifth, information dissemination. My dear students, I hope that you understand well the 5 functions of communication. This is your teacher Jen from Santa Rosa National High School, Senior High School, for the Olango Community School Radio Program. If you need clarification of the lesson discussed, our host Ma'am Ann will help you in the recap. Do your best in the quiz later, okay? Thank you and God bless us all.
Have heard our radio teacher in oral communication, Ma'am Jen, from Santa Rosa National High School, Senior High School. She's really a smart teacher, isn't it, guys? We'll learn from her the 5 functions of communication. Excellent, right? In a short while, we will have a recap after this reminder. We are back in the Olango Community School Radio for Grade 11 Oral Communication. A while ago, we discussed the 5 functions of communication with Miss Jen. Kindly go back to your notes and go over what you have learned. Miss Jen shared to us the 5 functions of communication. Say it with me, guys. Number 1, control. Number 2, social interaction. Number 3, motivation. Number 4, emotional expression. And number 5, information dissemination. I'm very sure that every time we communicate with others, we already know the functions of the messages and information we try to share or convey. We can use it in examining what we read, heard, and seen in different types of media. Simply says, it can help us determine the purpose why such message or information is shared to us. Now that we are done with the lesson, it's now time to check your understanding of the 5 functions of communication. Quiz time! Get your quiz form from your envelopes. Fill in the blanks with the correct information. Write your name, section, and the date today. The date for today is August 26, 2020. Don't forget to write also the topic. You write functions of communication. And this is quiz number 3. There you are. Okay, that's right. Are you ready? Set aside first your notes and listen very carefully. There are 10 questions for you to answer. The instruction is to identify the function of communication in each situation. I will read the statements twice. Write your answer in your quiz form. Let's start. Statement number 1. The teacher reads and discusses classroom policies to her students. Again, statement number 1. The teacher reads and discusses classroom policies for her students. Number 2. Rose greets Rachel. Then they start talking about their plans for the holidays. Rose greets Rachel. Then they start talking about their plans for the holidays. Okay, write your answer. For number 3 situation, here it goes. Phoebe shares her insights on how to live peacefully despite a complicated life. Again, situation number 3. Phoebe shares her insights on how to live peacefully despite a complicated life. Statement number 4. Monica shares her personal frustrations with Chandler. Again, Monica shares her personal frustrations with Chandler. And lastly, question number 5. The geometry teacher lectures about mathematical concepts. Again, the geometry teacher lectures about mathematical concepts. You can also view this quiz on page 4 of your module. Okay, guys, that's it. You answered all items? Please ensure that all items are answered. If you have questions or clarifications, kindly write it also. You may also include your greetings or requests. You can also request a song that you would like to be heard in the Lango Community School Radio. You may submit your quiz form in the drop box designated for the subject oral communication located at 2nd floor of Manila Building, English Classroom. I've just heard the song Binibining Marikit by Juan Carlos. That is requested by Alan Ibanez from Section 12 Small, the Gen Z Welders. A big hand for the Gen Z Welders. If you also have a request, you may write it in our feedback form. I will repeat. Do not forget to submit your quiz and feedback form to the designated drop box. Point, I will read your questions and greetings. Question from Christine Rose Vargas of 12 FBS. Ma'am, When is the distribution of DepEd's laptop handogs sa Gen Z learners? Do we have a DepEd's computer handogs sa Gen Z learners? I think it will be distributed on September 1, 2020. Just tune in for further announcement. Shout out to the Islander Vibes. Greetings from Dindo at Telio. Another lesson that we have finished today. For you to understand better this topic, you read again page 4 of your module. Included in the exercises is activity 4. You may answer that activity so you will be honed in communicating through writing. Your teachers will also wait for your text messages about the schedule for module submission and replacement. You may send it through the numbers that are found in your learning kits. For dressmaking students, send it to 0995-976-1106. Again, for dressmaking students, you may send it to 0995-976-1106. Or you may send it through email at srnhs.shs@gmail.com, or message us in Facebook, Santa Rosa Senior High School. That's it, guys. In our next broadcast, we will be discussing about barriers in communication. Keep tuning in the Olango Community School Radio every 8 o'clock in the morning, Mondays to Fridays. This is Mamad saying, fear no hardships, no learners left behind. Your learning, our concern. Keep safe, everyone.